many of us downplay growth, and development. And this is how I mean, like when you meet so many adults, the first conversation, or literally most of the times, the conversation is like, I have a new job, I have more money, I have more friends, I have more influence, and stuff like that. That is usually the measure that has been given for growth, such that people ignore the all roundedness that is there for a healthy human being. The Bible encourages us to be healthy in our spirit, soul, and body. Like we need to be transformed all around. And so now the emphasis that has been put, that that if you're not um progressing gradually up in your career, that there's something wrong, that then you're not growing. Now, what about the disease that you conquered? What about the things that you let go? Anger. You were once a super angry person, and then you worked on it such that you're no longer angry at anything and anyone. What about you are a liar, and now you're beginning to be honest with yourself and people. The things that lack monetary value are also a form of growth. The things that you've let go. It's not really constantly always about profitability, what you've profited. It's also what you've lost. When you're equating growth, when you're talking about becoming a better person, think about the things you've lost as well. You've lost fake friends. You are a fake friend, and now you're beginning to be honest with yourself, and now you're losing anyone that is dishonest. That is growth. What about your character? You once used to behave a certain way that wasn't pleasant to yourself and even to others, and now you have changed. You're no longer angry, you're no longer bitter, you're no longer ashamed, you're no longer fearful. Those things are growth. In fact, that is the hardest part of growth, to look within yourself and find that thing or the things that continue to hold you down negatively, and then all of a sudden you're losing them. That is growth. We need to look at ourselves that way. And I'm saying that because I know we've written our goals, our what do we call them? The goals that people usually write at the beginning of the year. I forget the name. We've written those, and now we are heading to April, and someone is looking at their goals, and I can for sure tell you that I know some people, the goals is not what you're losing. I want a new car, I want marriage, more children, more. I can tell you for a fact, when you look at people's vision goals, or is it vision board, it's usually about gaining, acquiring more, becoming more. Some vision boards lack losing. You have to have that balance, that I lost this, thank God. That this year I'm working on my anger. I'm working on anger. I don't want, by the time it is December, I don't want to be an angry person, or at least my anger needs to be rational. I can tell you for a fact, people don't consider such things when they're talking about growth. Now, I want to call us to a place. Look at the things that make you Christ-like. Look at the attributes of Christ. And of course, I'm talking to people who are in the new covenant, who are born again. Can you stop and look at your word? Can you look at the things that are within your character that you need to lose? And tell yourself that this year, my growth is about the things that I lose. It's the things that are not monetary, that don't bring monetary value at face value. Because you see, when you lose lies and you begin to be an honest person, that's a long term. That's a long term something, a long term benefit, that constantly you will begin to see changes positively in your life. So I know it is good that growth is about adding, but I want you to look at things, because those things that are worth losing are the ones that actually cause you loss. If you look at it backward, they're the things that cause you loss. So growth is also about the things that you lose. The things that you throw away. Some people, you only need to declutter your house, and that is growth, because now you will have space. You will have a good, beautiful, nice space that will begin to change your mental pattern. So yes, I know you want to make. You're not a company. You're a person. And you need to lose some things for you to be able, like sometimes growth is coming, slowing down, pulling back, so that you can go further. So sometimes growth is not about going. Sometimes it is pulling back, so that you can gain momentum to go further, so that you can lose the things that you need to lose, that keep holding you backwards, so that you can be able to move further, faster. Yeah.